Turn me around, keep pressing on, 'cause my soul is heavy now.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Rundown. If you're depressed watching your favorite sports team on the football field, but you just can't stop buying their gear, then congratulations. You might be a Raiders fan. But listen, man, don't trip. I got the perfect thing for you, man. Here at the Rundown, we have partnered with Fanatics to bring the nation some of the freshest Raider gear that you can get your hands on. I'm talking jerseys, I'm talking hats, and you know it's starting to get chilly out here, so it's best to grab you some drip for the frosty season while you're at it as well. So tap the link in the description down below, get you some fresh gear, man. Support the channel at the same time. It's a dub for you, dub for me, even though we're not getting that many dubs on the field at the moment, man. So remember, man, tap the link down below in the description to get you some fresh Raiders gear from Fanatics. Now let's get back to the show. What is going on? What is happening with all my people? You are back for another episode here of the Raider Rundown, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. And it's going to be a very, very, let's just say, audience comment driven show today. All right. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. Hopefully some news comes across our desk as well with some free agent signings that we can have. But honestly, I just want to hear from y'all. We're going to have a conversation on how Maxx Crosby can fit under the cap. Told y'all yesterday as well, if you watched my short, that we really shouldn't worry about free agency. But we're going to really deep dive into what happened yesterday, right? What's the word, what I've heard all through the grapevine, whatever the case, man. But we're going to go ahead and go through it all. But before we do all of that, get into maybe who we still can sign, how much money we have, you know, it's a Raider Rundown show. So we got to go ahead and start off with the very first segment of the day, man, which is gotta give a little shout out, man, to all my people, man. Let's get a roll call in, see who all is in the building. Of course, my guy Freddie B. What's going on, Freddie? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. JX Raider in the building. Salute to my guy. Appreciate you for showing up, family. Where's the flag? What's going on, big dog? Appreciate you for tapping in. Trey B. What's going on? Salute, my boy Dominique. Salute, the queen. Sun Goddess in the building. What's going on, Sun Goddess? Appreciate you for blessing us with your presence. My guy, man, JC Raider. Fuck the Ravens. Hey, we're going to get into it. My boy Dre clocking in. What's going on with you, big dog? Appreciate you for tapping in. Jack Kenner in the building, man. What's going on, Jack? Appreciate you, big dog. Tom Hawk, get right with Jesus. I appreciate that. Hey, look, everybody, say your prayers. I say your prayers. We'll put it like that. My boy Raider Felon, what's going on? He said he's punching sand. We'll talk about it. You know what time it is, man. Usually we're gonna try to give the little sense, right? We're gonna just try to ease everybody's minds after the show as well. But there's definitely some anger that we're gonna feel in this show, 100%. My boy said definitely one of them first. I ain't mad at you. DJ, Max ain't going nowhere now. He's back with the Raiders for good. That's how I feel. I mean, we could still probably trade him, but I don't see how that happens now. Max already back in the building, rehabbing. Yeah. So that plays into what DJ's saying. I think he's not going nowhere. My boy Dixon, what's going on, man? Dre says we need a free safety. We definitely do. Isaiah, what's going on with you, big dog? Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate you for being in here, man. My boy Nick, appreciate you for being in here. Charm City, what's the deal, big dog? Appreciate your family for being in here. My last but not least, M Easy. What's going on with you, bro? He said if we were keeping Crosby, I think it makes even more sense to trade back from one, get assets in the trade to improve the team. Go sign a guy like Kyler for cheap, and we'll get into that, and we should definitely get into that. And then Charm says Ravens should lose a pick after the stunt they pulled. If there was no tampering period, they losing the pick. But there's tampering and shit going on, you know what I mean? And that's a stupid ass rule anyway. But because they did it in the legal tampering period cycle, right? Like probably nothing's gonna happen other than the league saying like we probably got to be done with this tampering period. That's it. You know what I mean? Other than that I don't think nothing else really occurs or really goes down for punishment. Let's put it like that. I don't think we'll see much punishment go the Ravens' way, which sucks, you know, because now it sets a precedent for other teams to sit there and say like, well, they did it, so we're gonna do it, right? You know what I mean? Now, if we don't really like a deal towards the last little minute of it, we're gonna fuck around and back out the deal. So there's that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I still think the karma football gods is gonna come for him. It always does. But real quick, let's go ahead, man. We're going to go ahead and just get on with the Raider news, man. And really, we call this segment here once we start talking about all our recent news. Raider Reese's, man. And of course, I mean, there's no other way to go other than this right here. That we saw last night, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But the Ravens, as everybody saw, has officially backed out of the Maxx Crosby trade. They basically said, we're good, right? We're good. The spin that is being put on this shit by Ravens fans is hilarious to me, dog. It's hilarious. Any Raven fan I see on social media talking about like, well, you know, the Raiders withheld information. How fucking stupid can you sound? Right? Let's just keep it a beam, bro. I see other, and it's really only Ravens fans saying that. No other fan base, no other reporter, no other, you know what I mean, credible national media source is saying anything other than, yeah, the Ravens kind of fucked off and they got cold feet out the deal. Right? Now you're going to have Ravens fans this morning as I wake up, I look at socials, getting ready for our show, and I see a lot of excuse making. I see a lot of, oh man, well, maybe Maxx Crosby's knee was worse than it was. The Raiders maybe withheld information. Dumbass. If you go on Maxx Crosby's page, the surgery's on the page. What the fuck did we hide? Everybody involved knew this man had a meniscus repair that he had to have. Right? Everybody knew the timeline. Everybody knew what the deal was. So any fan that's trying to come to me and spin to me, oh man, well, maybe it's worse than what they thought. Then the Ravens stupid ass shouldn't even did the shit from the jump if you was gonna have reservations about his knee. We ain't hiding the goddamn thing. Nothing was hidden. Our intentions, what we wanted as far as value coming back from Maxx Crosby, nothing was hidden. Everybody knew what time it was. We want 2 first-round picks. Maxx is injured. If you're going to take Maxx, we still need that capital. And there you go. Where people are getting the fucking the narrative that things were hidden. Oh, it's going to come out in a couple of days. Like, you know how fucking stupid it sounds when you see people on Twitter or anywhere else talking about, I have a real good feeling that in a couple of days, it's going to come out that the Raiders were doing shady shit. You fucking idiot. Like, you feel it's like it baffles me how certain people can spin certain things to make it sound the way they want, right? Like, just say that your fucking GM and front office operated like scumbags. It is what it is, right? Y'all got your first round picks back. So be it, right? So be it. And when I heard this yesterday, I immediately I was like, oh, didn't pass the physical, right? And I'll keep it a bean. Yesterday, I'll say maybe it's a wrong word to use, so I don't want to use this word like that. But I'll say, just because I can't find another word, reveled in the fact that, okay, like he didn't pass his physical, because I wasn't really thinking about everything else. I was thinking about the fact, like, it's like, okay, you didn't pass your physical, but you made a stink at us about the physical, right? So that was my thing. I still keep shit in perspective, bro. Even though, Maxx may be still back on the team, we're going to talk about his aftermath and him being back on the team, because there's some things with Maxx that I'm still not going to sit here. Just because the Ravens situation happened, I'm not going to sit here with Maxx and forgive and forget everything he did before the situation, right? So I continue with that. But on the Ravens side, keeping it there, bro, at first I rebelled. Oh, like, okay, he didn't pass his physical. Things went down here that was kind of fishy. But then you get to thinking about it. It's like he was never going to fucking pass a physical right now. Never. Right? That was never going to happen. There was not going to be any point where Maxx Crosby passed the physical at this juncture of his rehab. Right? Like, this juncture of his rehab, he was never going to do that. So any team trading for him knew that. So then that's the next thing. All the blame people try to put on the Raiders, that you don't know. No. Teams that traded for him knew the fact of what it was. Okay? So even more fishy. You signed Trey Hendrickson not even 12 hours later. Like, you signed Trey Hendrickson 12 hours later. And then this how I know there's a lot of copium going around. You got Raven fans and other people talking about, well, Hendrickson is better than Maxx Crosby. At what? At what? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, what the fuck are people talking about when shit, like, when news like this comes out, bro, and when situations like this come out, like, you can clearly see who knows football and who don't. Why would I see any tweet talking about Trey Hendrickson is better than Maxx Crosby? In what world? In what fucking world? You know what I'm saying? Like, Trey Hendrickson is 30, and this is the next thing that's funny as fuck about it. Trey Hendrickson is 32 years old, and he's just coming off a hip surgery. But we was tripping about Maxx and his knee, which is not as bad as Trey Hendrickson's hip. Right? You could, any fan from any other, whatever the case, you could try to spin it however you want to, bro. Spin it however you want to. The GM looked around, saw he was getting cooked in free agency because they couldn't sign a goddamn player, re-sign nobody. Derek DeCosta was getting cooked, and looked around and said, fuck. Okay, like, I guarantee you they could probably deal with the fact that they didn't sign anybody in free agency if they still had some draft picks. I think that's what it was. To be honest, that's what I really think it was. It's the fact, like, we're not signing anybody, which is cool, whatever the case, but if you don't have a draft pick to at least counterbalance you not signing anybody in free agency, then you're going to start getting squirrely. I think that's what happened. Anybody else can spin it to me the way they want to. Oh, well, Trey Hendrickson knew he wanted to play with Maxx Crosby, blah, 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 and all the extra shit. Number one, Trey Hendrickson's not going to turn down $100-something million. He's not going to do it when he was just seeking that contract for 2 years. So where the fuck he would just decline that? No, but I guarantee I would love to hear from Trey Hendrickson if he knew that Maxx Crosby was going to happen. I would love to know if the Ravens told Trey, like, nah, we're not going to go through with the trade. I want to know what his fucking reaction was. You know what I'm saying? I really want to know what his reaction was. There are certain things, bro, it's like, gets on my nerves. Shit gets on my nerves. Slimy at its finest, man. Slimy at its finest. You're 100% right, Dre. Slimy. And guess what, y'all? Is Leo up in here, man? No way. My boy Leo up in here. But I even put it to you like this, because if anybody follows, another thing where I think the Ravens are actually doing this on purpose, because they've done this before, right? They've done this before. I'm about to detail it to y'all, bro. Like, this is not the first time the Ravens have done something like this with a trade. Their organization has done this multiple times, right? So, again, a Ravens fan or any media motherfucker trying to spin it like the Ravens are just, oh, it's not the Ravens' fault. Bro, y'all have a history of this. Y'all have done this before. So how the fuck am I gonna? So I'm just gonna ignore the fact that y'all have a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Now look, I'm gonna show y'all what the pattern was. Because Will Compton was on Bussin' with the Boys, of course, Bussin' with the Boys, but he's on his Twitter and he recalled something that happened back in 2018, right? Something that happened back in 2018 with Michael Crabtree, right? And I'm gonna read it to y'all. right? I'm going to read it to y'all, and I want y'all to tell me if it sounds familiar. Tell me if it sounds familiar. Let's go through it, because this is great by Will too. Great by Will. Check it out again, because you're gonna see a lot of shit today on social media about, oh, maybe the Raiders hit something, maybe the Raiders did this. Let's look. Okay, let's look. 2018, right? Remember history. 2018, the Ravens signed Ryan Grant to a big deal, right? All of a sudden, our boy Crab, because we released Crab at that time, right? So our boy Crab becomes available, right? They fail Ryan Grant's physical when Will Compton says Ryan Grant didn't miss no games. He was healthy at that point. They end up getting out of that deal, and then they're able to sign Michael Crabtree after they get out of that failed physical. Fast forward to 2026. Sound awfully familiar, don't it? That shit sound awfully familiar. They have a history of this, bro. This is just what they do. They've done this shit, and I think they even did it before this too. They have an incident before 2018. So, bro, like again, that's 3 separate instances in damn near decades time, right? Where you're telling me that this organization don't have a history of doing this shit. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. You can everybody else can be fooled. We won't be fooled. We will not be fooled. We know what time it was. We know what the aftermath is with this, bro. Not the aftermath is. 4 times they have done this to teams. Yeah, but see, it's the Raiders though. It's the Raiders though. So a lot of people are gonna just, oh well, the Raiders are involved. They obviously fucked something up, right? Which is again why I hate dumbass national media narrative, right? Is again, I don't listen to people talking about the Raiders that are not fans or don't really cover it like how I cover it or other people cover it. I'm not listening to y'all because y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. Right? Like there's certain people, like you listen to Ian Rappaport and all that, but some of like the lower tier guys that aren't Schefter, Rappaport and all that, like that just talk about shit. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Mike White? Is that one of them motherfuckers? Right? That's just like, well, it's the Raiders. So they gotta fuck something up without even knowing no facts. That's what gets on me, bro. Because again, I like to say we're the realest Raider channel out here, right? So if the Raiders fuck up, we're gonna come out on this channel, on this show, and say, yeah, the Raiders fucked up. Like it is what it is, bro. The Raiders did Raider things, if that's the case. I have no problem saying that. But what we're not gonna do is just bring old shit into new shit. Just because you have a stigma or you feel that old stuff will leak in it. No, we're not gonna do that, bro. Fucking stupid. Just dumb. And I hate when guys do that. I hate when media people do that because that's not doing your job. That's bringing your own bias into the shit, right? You're like, yes, I'm a Raider fan till I die. But at the end of the day, I feel like now that I had this podcast, I got to be biased, got to do a job. So if we fuck up, we fuck up. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. My boy Cheeto. What's going on, Cheeto? Hey, I was hoping I could have got you on the show, bro. I forgot. But I don't know. I don't know if you're busy. But I was hoping I could have got you on the show. I ain't talked to you in a minute about this Crosby shit. I definitely want to hear from you about what you're talking about. But let me hear from y'all, bro. Let's go through the comment section. Let me hear all y'all talking about, man. Who are y'all getting with the 14th pick? I hope y'all get a fucking O lineman because right now, how about y'all draft a center with 14? How about that? How about that, Ravens guy? You should draft a center at 14. That'd be nice for y'all. Seeing as though you're missing one. But it's all right, though. Let's continue. My boy, what else? My boy said Ravens showing their slimy hands. 100%. 100%. See? Grant Crab. They've done it multiple times. Time to get that DT from Philly. We can't do that shit now. We can't do it now. We ain't got no capital. Fuck no. We back to the original plan. We draft night is boring again. Once again, it's going to be boring because we're going to take one guy at 1, and then that's it. That's it. Now, my boy Kill says Max here to stay. Fuck the Ravens. And we're going to talk about him now the aftermath. I want to talk about the aftermath after that, but I want to keep going with y'all. Ravens is a 3-4. Trey play linebacker in college. 3-4 uses edge in coverage. See, which is true, Sammy, which is true. But again, Trey Hendrickson is 32 years old, coming off a hip surgery his damn self. So it's like I don't understand where people are like, oh, well, you know, we got a more bargain. We got a more bargain. No, I mean, I guess if you want to say you didn't give up the picks, that's the only way you want to go into. Sure, say that because you didn't give up the picks. Ravens lost all credibility. I wouldn't do no shit with them. I wouldn't do nothing. Wouldn't do anything. Ravens just saw a better deal in signing Henderson and keeping the 2 first. Ravens lost a lot of free agents, which again, I think you can't convince me that Trey Hendrickson is a better player than Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby right now is going to go for 2 first because he's a better player than Trey Hendrickson. Simple math. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trey Hendrickson wouldn't go. Nobody's trading 2 first for Trey Hendrickson. Nobody. Right? Because he's not that caliber of player right now. So, like, yeah, you were going to get Trey Hendrickson for free. That was always going to be the case. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's you, Jack, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, that was always going to be the issue. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let me see. But I'm going to ask y'all, because I really want to know. Are you happy to keep Maxx? How you feel, man? How you guys feel? Let me know. Yes or no down below, bro. Are you guys happy to keep Maxx? Are you happy? Does it or are you kind of mad this morning? I want to get y'all sense of how y'all feel real quick before we go into the topic of how the aftermath is going to affect us and everything like that. So let me know down below, bro. How do you guys feel as I try to release this short here? As we go into it, man, let me know how you guys feel. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. And as you guys continue to answer real quick, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsor, man, which is the sponsor today. Boom. This show is sponsored by Underdog, right? We have a partnership with Underdog. Make sure you guys tap in. If you guys are trying to make any picks, hey, look, you could have won some real money last night. Bam Adebayo went for 83 points. It's the NBA season, right? So if you guys are looking to win some money in this NBA season, use code The Rundown. Link is down below, right? It helps out the channel, helps me out. New players, if you play $5, you get $75 in bonus bets as well. Once again, that is code The Rundown, right? Use Underdog, make picks, win money, right? And have a good time doing it, man. So join up with your guy, right? Invest in the show. And I appreciate everybody that is up in here. So as we continue, right, let me see. I asked the question, are you happy to keep Maxx? What's the word, right? Are you guys happy? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me look at what y'all talking about. Hold on, we got to get the greenery rolled now. We got to get the greenery rolled. Give me a second. All right, let me see what y'all got. First one, Ravens ain't doing shit this year. I hope they don't. I'm on hate watch. I'm on fucking hate watch. I fuck with Lamar, but I am on hate watch. Maxx is a rapper. He's clearly the superior human being. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I would keep that to myself. Freddie, he says yes, he's happy. Dixon says he's tired of the drama. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I ain't gonna cap with you. That is where I'm at. Isaiah, I'm salty. Yeah. Cheeto says I'm cool either way. Okay. All right. Steven, yes, Maxx makes us better. Okay. There's a lot of more yeses than nos. Hell yeah, especially with all the new help. If you're sour, you're not a true Raider fan. I'm not gonna say it like that. I ain't gonna go too far. Enrique, yes, keep him and restructure his contract. That's what needs to happen. D Mokes, well, guy, what's happening with you? He says, I hope Ravens lose most of their games this year. It's on site. Yeah, hopefully they lose. But I mean, now it's like we don't even get their pick. Fuck them, man. Soul Dagger says, I wanted those picks. Yeah, my guy. My boy Dan says, yes, but still mad. Okay. Isaiah, but we have the cap. We'll be all right. 100%. Numbers says facts. Chief Courtney, what's the deal? You says you good either way. Okay. Silver and facts, yes and no. I think I changed how we spent our money, even if we can cover the new deals, especially for New Year. Okay. What my boy say, man? Devias, I'm good either way. Keeping or trading. Okay. Aaron, mixed, right? Mixed. Jack, yes, to keep Max, but bum on losing the first rounders. Yes. John, Ravens are smart, not giving 2 first-round picks. They can pick up young cats and not an injury-plagued player. I mean, they did pick up an injury-plagued player, though. Trey Henderson is injury-plagued. So, I mean, they renege that, right? Because they ended up doing it anyway. Steven says yes, yes, and yes. Boom. Ron says, as a fan, yes, but let's be real. We get over the loss originally, and I don't know how the fractured relationship is or can be repaired. And we're going to, you talking that shit, Ron, because we about to talk about that right now. All right. I'm seeing a lot of yeses, bro. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. So, and look, I'm not mad if you say yes. Not mad at all, right? Because if you think that we're a better team with Maxx Crosby, well, I mean, obviously, right? Obviously, we are. So this is what I got for the aftermath, bro. My whole thing is, like, cool, he's back. I was already looking forward to the first round picks, though. I keep it a beam with you because I was already looking to flip them mugs. You know what I mean? I was looking, not this year, but 14, you can flip 14, right? Depending on how the Ravens record looked, right? And you would hope, right? You pray that we get a top 10 pick with that pick. If we get a top 10 pick with that pick, we can even bounce back even more. Can you imagine if we were a top 5 pick with the Ravens pick? Right? Can you imagine what would happen in a QB needy draft class? Oh yeah, we just keep it going, bro. You know what I mean? Keep it going. So that was kind of my thought process right there. That's how we really gonna build the team. And I thought like Max's timeline didn't add up. Now on the other side, like I'm with some of y'all, like it's like you can't be mad at getting a top 3 to 5 guy at his position, right? Like you can't be mad at that. It is what it is. But we're gonna go deeper than that. Right, we're going to go deeper than that because that's what we do here on the Rundown, man. That's what we do here on this show. I want to know how, and I look, I'm glad he's back in the building at 6 a.m. and doing all that. But at the end of the day, I want to know how we're going to just mend how we got here in the first place, right? Let us not forget how we got here in the first place. Now, yes, the Ravens knew that this man's knee wasn't good, right? They knew because before they traded him, everybody knew that. Why did they know that? Because the Raiders during the season told Maxx Crosby, you should probably sit your ass down, right? Did we not say that? We told him during the season, you should probably sit your ass down, get the knee right, and everything will be fine, right? So now that it comes back, and again, this is more bullshit on the Ravens, but it comes back that he fails his physical and all that extra shit, right? And this happens. What was the point of him doing that weird shit when we sat him down? What was the point? What was the point? Because I asked a lot of y'all this question. If we never sat Maxx Crosby down, if we accepted his demands, and when Max said, nah, fuck that, I'm playing, and if Spytek would have been like, no, you know what, you're right, Max, you're going to play. And if he would have did that, would Max even have asked for a trade? Y'all let me know. Would he? Will we be in this situation if Spytek would have done what Max have wanted? That's my question. That's my question, right? And I asked that question yesterday too. So I ask it to anybody that is, oh yeah, I'm on Max's side. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. But again, if Spytek would have done what Max wanted, which is not sit him down and let Max do what he wanted, would he have even asked for a trade? I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's some of my fucking problem, bro. That's some of my fucking problem with it. You know what I mean? I feel that. That's some of my problem with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You are a leader of the team, but this all started because you did that bullshit. You sat up there and posted that shit of you on the trampoline. You posted them videos of you in your fucking home gym like it's the dunk contest, NBA dunk contest. And this motherfucker's in there doing the all-star dunks and shit like that. That's you. So, yes, what the Ravens did was bullshit. But on this show, we don't lose sight of the fact what wrong is wrong. And if he never would have did that bullshit when we sat him down, because we knew the knee was bad. We knew, right? It's not as bad as like everybody else is saying, but we knew you had to get surgery. But then you leave here to go to another team that tells your ass the exact same thing and even uses it as an excuse to back out of a deal for you. So again, bro, I say again, for everybody that was sitting there taking Maxx Crosby's side, oh, Max is this, but he's a player. We got to understand the player. No, the fuck we don't. No, we don't. Because wrong is wrong, right? And now you're going to tell me, and look, cool, I'm happy. I'm happy he's back. Sure, I'm happy he's getting his work in, but now you're going to tell me you back in the building 6 a.m. like nothing happened, right? You back in the building 6 a.m. Look, and maybe I'm not in the locker room, so maybe they really don't give a fuck. Players up in there really don't care, right? But just for me, bro, you can't tell me one thing and then be doing some other shit. You feel what I'm saying? And now you're going to come back in here and you mean to tell me you're going to try to run shit like you was previously before you requested a trade? Nah, don't work like that, big dog. Don't work like that. No, sirree. You're not finna come up in here and start running shit before the trade request, right? Because before the trade request, Maxx was running the organization, right? I get a fuck the GM. Maxx got a beeline to Mark, right? Right? I'm just saying, bro, like some of this shit, we got to start looking at it a different lens. Why are one of our players bypassing the GM to go talk to the owner instead? Why? I'm just saying, you can have all the relationship with you won't, but I don't never hear Maxx talking to Spytech. I only hear Maxx talking to Mark. That's a fucking problem. And I don't like that because nobody else has that relationship. Nobody else does that shit when there's a problem. You feel what I'm saying? When there's a problem, nobody else just goes straight to Mark Davis and sit in Mark Davis' house or office and talk to him before they talk to the fucking GM, who's the actual boss of the team. Yes, Mark owns the team, but when it comes to football operations, bro, that's Spytech. So why do I not hear all this shit about him and Spytech talking? That's the shit that gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves. And you can say whatever you want, right? Like, and I get it, but it's like that special treatment shit that we got going on here that needs to cease. It needs to fucking cease, bro. It needs to cease because right now, what I'm seeing, that's some of it. That's some of it. Now, again, I could be completely wrong. I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in there, right? I could be completely wrong from the information I've heard and the way I've deciphered it. I can be completely in the wrong, and I acknowledge that. That's fine, right? But I'm going to speak my motherfucking mind the truth. And I don't like the fact that I'm always hearing him have a beeline to the owner when no other fucking player does that. No other player on the squad has the ability to do that. So it's like, now that we're in this phase, and I'll say it again, bro, that, you know, my boy Mike, shout out to my boy Mike, but anybody can say what they want. Oh, he has to earn it or whatever the case, bro. It's more of the fact of Fernando will be the face of the franchise and he has to lose it more than he has to earn it. Let's just keep it a bean, bro. He has to lose that before more than he has to earn that, right? And it sounds fucked off. It does. But come on, bro. You drafting a quarterback first overall. No fucking playoff team or Super Bowl team is saying like, yeah, we're thinking of the DN first. When you think about a winning championship team, nobody fucking talks about, oh, we're thinking about the DN first. No. Everybody like, who's the quarterback? Who's leading this? Right? Who's the quarterback? So when you draft one first overall, yeah, that's the guy. That is the guy. He better be the fucking guy. Right? We're not drafting nobody first overall for him to be a fucking lemon. So yeah. Yes, he better be the guy, bro. Like, it's just sometimes like it's like, I get it. We like these players, right? And these players do their thing, but you know, we got to call spades a spade sometimes, man. We got to call spade a spade. And I'm happy he's back. That's fine. You know what I mean? We're a better team with him. We are. You see these additions of you see these additions of all these guys. We're a way better team with Maxx Crosby, right? But then this just comes where one of my guys said in the comment section best, I don't want no drama with this shit. I better not hear a peep. Not a peep. Nothing. I don't want to hear your ass trying to get traded during the season at all. It's over. Right? Because once you put on the uniform, bro, and you start playing, I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's all about, what does Fernando need? How do we make sure Fernando's good? Right? You better just do your damn job, is where I'm at right now. Just do your job, bro. My boy Dev says, shout out, I've been saying this. Maxx had the keys to the front door. He started moving like he owned the building. Spy taking Brady came in and his chain of command. And I appreciate you, Dev, for the $10 holler, man. I really do appreciate that, bro. And anybody that super chats, it's much love. Really appreciate that, fam. But that's I don't understand how some people don't see that as an issue. You know what I mean? Like, and again, this is not bashing the player, saying the player's not good and not did, because I have not said that once, right? So y'all know I haven't said that once or said, oh, Maxx Crosby's not going to be as good as a player he is. I don't feel that. That's not the way I feel. This is about principle. It's about moral shit. This is about principle, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And of the principle of it, we got to be like my boy Dev says, keys to the front door. And then he started moving a certain way where it's like, yeah, well, you know, I'm bigger. He thought he was bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the program, bro. You're not bigger than the program. See, his boy, this is where you'll say that, right? You say that. But you notice there's been issue ever since we finally have a GM that's not just going to let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Why? Right? Like that's my problem, bro. That when we finally get a GM that's just not gonna let Maxx do whatever the fuck he wants to do, now all of a sudden, man, I'm trying to get traded, bro, and I'm trying to do, like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, put that shit to the back burner, bro. Relax. I said it when he fucking first got sat down. He posted that trampoline shit. Fucking relax, bro. Relax. It's not that. It's not that big of a deal. Where Spy Tech, and then everybody all like, some fans talking about, yeah, they did Maxx wrong, man. Please shut up. How the fuck have we done Maxx wrong? Even so, shit, motherfucker's better than me. His code wouldn't have worked for an hour when he got there at 6 a.m. He would have had to get there in that bitch at 7. His code would not have worked immediately. I'll tell you that. They better than me. I'd have waited a little bit before he got access to the building. You're not going to get up in here 6 a.m. We got actual Raider shit to do. I don't even know if you're part of this team yet. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll come get you outside real quick. That's how I feel, right? But that's just me. I know some of y'all are excited and happy that he's here. But again, bro, yeah, we're not bigger than the program. We're not bigger than the program. Yeah, that's where I'm at. For ENT, Maxx played through injuries. He wanted to finish the season Iron Man shit, and front office wanted to tank. Maxx relationship with Mark is equivalent to Brady and Alex. Hey, 30, did he need to get knee surgery or not? Yes or no? I just need a yes or no. Did Maxx need to get knee surgery or not? What did the Ravens just do to make an excuse on why they couldn't receive Maxx Crosby? What'd they do? Did they say it was because they didn't like his Raider tattoo? Is that what they said? 30? They didn't say that. They said it was because of his knee, right? So at the end of the day, bro, we're talking all this tank shit. Bro, he needed to sit down. He needed a surgery. Like, we're not making the shit up. You know what I mean? Nobody made it up. Man, maybe or maybe not. Maxx he did need to have the surgery. He did. So again, bro, we can say we won't. Raiders did nothing wrong to me. I'm not finna sit here and be like, oh, it's the Raiders' fault because they always do shit wrong. I'm not doing that. Stop it. Cut it out, bro. My boy Prez, what's going on, man? Lonnie Johnson has signed with the Dolphins. I didn't expect him to come back. I think we'll get another safety. We got to get a third safety at this point. Somebody's going to make plays, and Lonnie Johnson wasn't making plays back there. So there's that. Shout out our guy Prez, man, for the news update. We appreciate you, big dog. We appreciate you. But let me see what else y'all talking about, man. Let me stop rambling. Let me see what the fuck y'all talking about. Numbers, yep, thinks he's bigger than the program. Rocky says those picks are a mystery box. We know what we have in Maxx, but Maxx wants out. I don't know now, right? Who knows what Maxx wants? Nobody knows if he wants out yet or not. We're of his mercy yet again, apparently, right? It's all about what Maxx wants, what he wants to do. What the fuck about what we want to do and what the team needs? Fuck all that. At this point, bro, like, we'll hold that. I'll hold it off. But this had to be a humbling experience for Maxx. I don't want nothing from him other than show up, show out, keep your mouth shut. That's it. That's it, AZ. That's all I need. I don't need nothing else. In time, it'll fade, right? All the bullshit will fade in time. But as of right now, it's the only requirements I need. Aaron Smith says, but it's also addition by subtraction. Maxx equals 2 first. That Spy could have flipped into 4 starter. Exactly. That's some of it, man. That's some of the shit that I'm like, I'm mad about because I was really thinking about flipping them first round picks and really having a method to where we can continue to flip them things for at least another 2-3 years, right? And think about all the starters we would have added onto that. So there's that. His boy says he had zero problem with him talking to the owner. To each his own, to each his own. Noah's bigger than the Shield. Yep. 30, he said he has the relationship with Alex and them. Like I said, to each his own. Do we play the Ravens next year? No, sadly we don't. Ron says Maxx didn't believe in the rebuild process and still does it. Maxx is a player and it needs to stay that way, even if he admitted it before he left. I'm glad you brought that up. Let us not forget, Maxx basically said he didn't want to be part of the rebuild. He didn't want that. Now, all of you sitting here talking about, man, with this new revamped roster, he should be wanting to be in. You mean he wants to come after all the hard work of the building is damn near complete? He didn't believe in the plan before, right? He didn't believe in the plan when he sat down with Clint for that cup of coffee. He didn't believe in it then. So now you want to tell me now you do, right? Now it's clear to you. When we was trying to tell you before your ad wanted to get traded. Now you ain't want to hear that, though. You don't want to hear that. You was ready to leave, right? That's what I'm saying, bro. How quick we are to forget. I don't forget fuckery. I just don't. Busy Cyborg, man. Send his ass to Buffalo. But I don't think Buffalo. I just heard from Rappaport that, or was it Schefter, that Buffalo's not in. Dominique says Maxx still getting traded, I guarantee, because those relationships are getting mended. It's too deep. If Maxx gets traded again, y'all, that means that they're in there like they were like, nah, bro, we were ready to get up out for you. We were ready to get up off of you. It is what it is, bro. Aaron says, and it's literally every time something doesn't go his way. Intriguing, right? Intriguing. I'm just saying, bro. Intriguing. Let me see. Raiden Nation say, I saw no example of Maxx acting like he's bigger than the organization. No validity to that and no proof to it either. Just media gossip. Spy Tech running the show, not Brady. Stop giving Brady credit. Man, bro. Okay, let me read this twice. I'm gonna just read it twice. There's no example of Maxx acting like he's bigger than the organization. Okay, let's drop this situation this year, right? Let us travel back 2 years ago, right? What's one of the driving forces on why we hired everybody's favorite coach, Antonio Pierce? Let me know, Raider. I would love to know. What was one of the biggest reasons on why everybody's favorite coach, Antonio Pierce, got hired? Why? I wonder who came out and said, I don't know if I'd like to play here if he's not the coach. Interesting, right? But there's no examples. No examples though, right? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, right? We could, again, I'm not going. AP was Mark Davis's pick. Pigs, bro. What? Shall we pull up the Maxx Crosby comment that he said before he got hired? Shall we pull it up? Because I remember very fully that Maxx was threatening that he probably didn't want to be here if AP didn't get hired. I very remember that. Again, I don't forget fuckery. I don't forget it. So y'all we're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. Because he is one of the better players that we've had, and I respect that, but we're not just going to forget certain shit he did, bro. So you can say whatever you want, Pigs. But again, I'm gonna put it up to you, pigs. Watch this. That's the problem with a player having a beeline to the owner. That's the fucking problem. Because now it's all this. Oh, Mark put AP into that role, but guess who pressured Mark into doing it? Come on, bro. We can't do that. We can't do that. You know what I mean? We can't do that. Max wanted AP. That's what it was. You feel what I'm saying? And there we go. You know what I mean? There we go. Freddie, don't do that either, bro. Because that's going to get you smooth cuss the fuck out. That's going to get you smooth cuss the fuck out. Don't do that, Freddie. I fuck with you. But that's going to get you cussed out when I'm in rant mode. Don't start. But that's the next thing, bro. That's the next thing. So again, Max sat there and said, hey, I don't know if I'd like to be here if AP wasn't there. That has some validity to it. And went up to Mark, right? And said all that. That's one example. That's one. This year's another one, right? Bro, it's always like calm down. It's always run. It's always, oh, we're doing too much when it comes to certain players, bro. Certain players. Oh, Nightbot. My bad, Freddie. I'm in mode, bro. I apologize. I'm in mode. I apologize. But that's just me. That's just me. Again, hey, y'all, if y'all on a rundown show sometimes, bro, when the rant goes in, bro, when the rant mode is in, bro, we out here taxing. It's just it is. Hey, Freddie, again, I apologize, bro. You family. I apologize. We in the rant mode, we get in. But you know, yeah. I think Max for the last couple of years been moving a little bit too much. Now let me see what Raider said, because you said something and I want to give you a chance. That's it, Raider. You know what I mean? And again, it's not. I don't want to sit here and I'm not bashing him as a player. I feel like I have to keep saying that because, like, you know, somebody will watch this and be like, oh, Rundown's hating on Max. Like, he doesn't like Max. It's not that. It's just calling spades. You know what I mean? Like, you did that with AP. That's one. You did that with him. That's cool. And then literally every time you weren't going to get your way or the Raiders wanted to pivot in a direction that Max didn't agree with, he causes a stink. Who the fuck do you think you are? It's just like, I love Maxx Crosby. But guess what, Big G? We have had legends in this uniform before you, and we'll probably have some after, right? That's just is what it is. Plain and simple facts. So it's like, let's not get up in here and moving like you fucking kingpin, right? When realistically, like, sure, we can respect your word, but when the organization puts their foot down on something, we put our foot down on something. That's just how you know what I mean? We put our foot down. And that should be respected in itself, right? That should be respected in itself. So I don't know. Look, and I see your point, Pigs. You know, Raider Nation was high on AP as well. You know, I don't think as much as a big voice as we are, I don't think our voice is as big as Max's voice right now. I mean, I might be wrong, but like, I don't think fan voice is as big as Maxx Crosby voice. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at, bro. That's kind of where I'm at. Love, big dog. Love. Appreciate you. But yeah. That we'll see. We'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. Now looking at the roster with Maxx Crosby, the defense. Remember yesterday we was talking with Mike, right, y'all? If y'all was on the Blunts and Breakdown show yesterday, we had a puffer pass segment, and we asked, could the defense be a top 15 unit? Is it possible for the defense to be a top 15 unit in the NFL this year? I was yeah. Like, I think we can, but, you know, some things got to happen for sure. But with Crosby, oh yeah. This could be a top 5, or not top 5, top 15 defense for sure. With Maxx Crosby, yeah. Without him, we teeter. You know, we teeter maybe, but with him and these additions, bro, we can do some things on defense with this now, right? It's possible. And look, I know I might be of the only person, AZ, that might think, well, besides the safeties. So if you're adding the safeties in there, yeah. But if you're going to talk about like just the corners, I think our corners are set, to be honest with you. I really do. I think we're good at corner. We're fucked at safety, though, which is why, again, I wanted that pick 14, and we could have solved the problem. But it is what it is, right? Thin at safety, we need that, right? Need that. Linebacker's pretty good. I mean, if you added a linebacker in the draft, that's just luxury to me at this point. Don't need another edge anymore because you got Kwity Paye, you got Maxx Crosby, you got Malcolm Kuntz as well. I know some people are like, well, man, we should just let go of Kwity Paye, right? We should just let go of Kwity Paye and that's it. Huh? Let go of Kwity Paye for Tyree Wilson? What are we saying? I'd be on the phone right now trying to get the fuck Tyree gone. I'm trying to get him gone. Out of everybody, bro, Tyree is the one that's sticking out like a sore thumb to me. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all agree. I really want to know. Let me put this up. I'm gonna put this up because I really want to ask. I honestly think this should happen. Let me see. Raiders. Let me tell y'all the question. Should trade / cut Tyree? That's where I'm at. I want to know, yes or no. How do y'all feel? Yes or no? As I go grab me a lighter real quick. As y'all answer the prompt. The Raiders should trade / cut Tyree. Yes or no? Let me know. I'm about to go grab this lighter real quick, and y'all let me know the answer. I'm very intrigued. Let me see. Very intrigued on what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all got going on. Let me look. Yes. I trade Mayer, Tyree, and Tucker to the win. All three? I don't know about all three. Yes. Don't see us re-signing any of them. That is true, Pigs. You got a point there. Pigs. You got a nice little point. Ron, yes. Trev, yes. Not yet. No, unless we need the roster spot. Raider Pete says keep Tyree's sore thumb. Yeah, true. Trade, yes. Cut, no. No point in cutting him before his final season. True. This is the 5th year, right? It's 5th year. Not cutting, yes. No production for him for, maybe it's just me, bro. Like trade for sure. I don't. But this is the thing. Who the fuck is gonna trade for Tyree? Let's be real. Who's gonna trade for Tyree? Nobody. No, nobody wants that shit. So it's like, to be honest with y'all, bro, I'm leaning at the cut him. I am. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy as shit. I know it does, bro. But think about it. How confident are y'all that Tyree can get us at least 6 to 8 sacks? Confidence level. You know what? Confidence level right now in Tyree getting 6 to 8 sacks. 1 to 10. What is it? What y'all think? I'm at a smooth 4. I'm at a smooth 4, and a 4 seems fucking high for me, bro. I'm not even gonna cap. So it's like, the only thing that I would keep it, like, he's cool against the run, right? He's cool. I wouldn't say dominant, though. See, oh my God. Ugh. My boy said 2.5. 2, 3. Like, hey, that remind me of that one little meme where I'm like, brother. Like, bro, like, what? That shit is nasty, bro. 3.5. I don't see nobody over 5. Nobody's going to go over 5 from 1 to 10 confidence level that you have in Tyree getting 6 to 8 sacks. No, nobody's even half confident. You want to know why? Because we haven't seen it. Like, it was baffling to me where people were like, yeah, Kwity Paye's the odd man out here. Why should he be? Kwity Paye, and you could say he's a disappointment, whatever. There are some people that say that. Kwity Paye has had 8 sacks twice in his 4-year career already. He's already had 8 sacks twice, had 6 sacks the year before that, and 6 sacks after that, and then had 4 sacks last year because they changed scheme. But when he was in the scheme that he fit, 8 sacks. I haven't seen Tyree sniff anywhere close to no 8 sacks. But we're like, Kwity Paye. No, keep Kwity Paye. He's better than Tyree right now. I think so. I think Kwity Paye's better than Tyree. Shit, I even keep Malcolm Kuntz for the price we kept him for that. Right? Right now, bro, Tyree gives me nothing. Nothing. My boy 805. I'm giving the question and -7. Yes, 6 to 8 sacks, bro. I think we all know that's a high number, y'all. High number. And there's, they'll probably, if Tyree gets 4 sacks, 2 of those, bro, he fucked around and he wasn't even blocked for. Right? So that's the next thing. If Tyree gets 4 sacks, like 2 of those, he wasn't blocked for. So can we count those for real? Like, yeah, they're sacks, but it's like, if he's not doing anything with his hands, if he ain't making no move, right? It's like, then what the fuck are we doing? Me or anybody in this chat can run straight to a quarterback with our arms out and do something if I'm not impeded, right? Like, if my progress is not impeded, any of us up in here can run straight at a quarterback and do this shit. It's like that takes no skill. That takes no skill. So for me, it's like, yeah, I could get him going, bro. I cut my losses now. Thank God it wasn't a spy tech pick. Actually, I wouldn't even be surprised if they cut Tyree. I wouldn't be surprised because he's not a spy tech pick. I didn't pick your ass, right? If anything, you more of a disappointment to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I inherited the disappointment. So I wouldn't be mad at spy tech at all for saying, nah, I'm gonna cut my losses, big dog. I'm gonna go grab a DN that I actually drafted. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. Let me see what y'all see. Let me see. Lurch Wilson. Oh man, the tape doesn't show anything good for Tyree, bro. It don't matter what you watch. You know what I mean? Some people you could try to, look at, if you watch it in the TV broadcast, he looks okay. And then you put on the all 22, you like, this dude is buns. He's fucking buns. So it's like, it's bad, bro. It's real bad. I know 805 he be tearing his hair out when he has to put on some Tyree film. My boy Ron says rotational piece. Yeah. Ain't that sad though? Rotational piece. I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, Charles Snowden was getting more time than Tyree when the season ended. When the season got towards the end last year, bro, I saw more of Snowden. Fucking Charles Snowden. I don't even think he was drafted for real. I don't even think he was drafted. Why in the fuck am I seeing more of Charles Snowden than my 7th overall pick? That tells me everything I need to know. Right? That tells me everything I need to know, bro. Because if he's getting more snaps than you, your ass just ain't good. That's it. You're just not good. Simple as that. Jacob, Kuntz is the guy to get sacks. Tyree is the run defender. We need both. That's why we got Kwity Paye. Kwity Paye is an excellent run defender. He's not as strong as a pass, in the pass, but as a run defender, Kwity Paye's excellent. He's excellent. He's better than Tyree. I'll say it again. And what the things that you're telling that everybody would tell me that Tyree's good at, Kwity Paye's better. That's just me. I wanted Kwity in that draft. Yeah. Now we get him for good numbers, right? We get him for good numbers. Isaiah Paye is a good run defender. He can be serviceable, man. That's why it's like, I don't see where people are talking about cutting him. Again, this is just my thoughts, but everybody that tells me about Tyree as a run defender, Kwity Paye is actually that good as a run defender. Like Tyree's cool, bro. Like he's okay, but then he's not dominant in the run. Not dominant. Hill says 1.5 sacks, Tyree Wilson. Send him to the Jets with Geno and get a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Be real, Hill. We're not even gonna get that, bro. You wouldn't even get no 2nd or 3rd. You didn't get that. With if any GM turns on Tyree Wilson's film, they gonna offer a 5th or 6th and nothing less. Or nothing more. Nothing more. That's it. Tyree Pig says Tyree lacks that decisive, explosive attack at the important moment. Dude stumbles when it matters. I haven't seen him work his hands not one time. I don't know what. It's like, again, it's been 4 years. How the fuck do you only have a bull rush? How? It's impossible. I mean, real quick, bro. Let's just really think about this. 4 years at any profession, and you don't learn not one new skill. I mean, it don't fucking matter where you're at. It does not matter what job we're talking about. 4 years at any career or profession, and you don't learn no new skills in 4 years, your ass was fucking off. Your ass was fucking around, bro. You wasn't trying to get better. You was cruising. He was cruising, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, just put this shit into perspective. If you at your job right now, any of us sitting here that's at your job, in 4 years, would you say you learned something new that helped you be better at your job? Unless you just really didn't give a fuck. Like, would you say that? Yes or no? I think all of us in here would be like, in 4 years, I'm probably going to learn something. Right? Like, yeah, I'm probably going to learn something. Like, or it's either we just at a spot where it just is what it is. There's no growth, or I just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I just do not give a fuck about where I'm at. And where Tyree is at, we eliminate the no growth. You getting paid millions of dollars to grow. Motherfucker, you better grow. So we take that off. Now I look at the other one. Now, again, I don't want to suspect how hard people are working. I don't suspect that. I'm not with you. I don't live with you. I don't do the work, right? I only see the results of players' work. We only see results of players' off seasons and how they work. And all I know is this. Per the results that I've seen Tyree Wilson, I don't know what the fuck he was working on. I don't know what the fuck he's been working on. If all I'm seeing are the results, and them is the results. I don't know what you were doing in the offseason, brother, but it needs to change. That shit needs to change. Man, but obviously the regimen your boy got going on is not good. Let's see what else we got, man. Man, what's going on, NBR Rated Podcast? What's the deal, man? Salute. Who is Charles Snowden? Exactly. Exactly. Right? The fact that you don't know, but he even still gets more snaps than Tyree is the problem. Jack says Tyree gets a credit for a tackle when the running back falls down and Tyree trips and falls down on him. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. What if we draft a DN and he gets more time than Tyree? Then what? Because I'll tell you right now, say if we get Mesidor with pick 36, is anybody questioning that he plays more? I don't think so. I don't think so. He damn near one of our best DNs if we get Mesidor at pick 36. You know what I mean? Shit. So there's all that, man. There's all that. That's how I felt. Tyree reminds me of Sap from The Longest Yard. Will teach me to football. If we getting rid of Tyree, then Kuntz got to go because he ain't done nothing either. I disagree with this, NBR. Fully disagree. Because last year, towards the last final stretch of games, Kuntz was actually... Why did Kuntz end up with 4.5 sacks? Hold on. We're going to talk about this roster for real. Because realistically, I mean, I'm not really mad at the offense. I mean, the offense, I think we're good. I think most of the offense that we're going to talk about is going to be rookies anyway. So it is what it is, right? The defense is more veteran. So we got to have more conversations about the defense and what they can do because realistically, they should know already. Okay, so last year, Tyree had 4.5 sacks, right? 4.5 sacks is what Tyree Wilson had last year. Okay, not bad. Not bad. All right. Malcolm Kuntz had 4.5 sacks last year. What's the difference between Malcolm Kuntz and Tyree Wilson? One was coming off an ACL injury, right? One was coming off an ACL injury. And everybody that knows about the ACL, you're not really yourself until 2 years after the ACL surgery. This is Kuntz's second year, right? When Kuntz is healthy, we saw him be able to reach the 6 to 8 sack threshold. Meanwhile, while a healthy Tyree Wilson ain't sniffed 6 at all, right? He ain't sniffed 6 at all. So it's like, I can't do it, bro. Can't do it. Now, we got another thing real quick. This is what he want to talk about. The wide receiver situation. I'm with that. Wide receiver situation. All right. Let's talk about that now a little bit because we didn't talk about Tyree and all that. We're gonna go ahead and get off his neck, right? Let's hope that he performs the way he's supposed to perform. But just know our bifocals are on Tyree. Number 9, every play he's in, the bifocals are on, boy. I want to see what he does, right? I want to see what he does. But let's go wide receiver, right? Let's switch it up to the wide receivers. Because I promised Lady Rundown I wouldn't be on for 2 hours. Let's hope I keep my promise. Hopefully, because every time I say some shit like that, the Raiders end up doing something. So let's hope that we don't sign nobody. And that shit ends up going down. But talking about the wide receiver situation, we need to add another guy, bro. I think that's plain and simple. I mean, let me put this prompt up for y'all. Do the Raiders, right, need another wide receiver? Let's talk about that. Do the Raiders need another wide receiver? Yes or no? Let me know down below, man. Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. I definitely want to hear y'all opinions. Real quick, I'm over here trying to post a short at the same time, man. The work never stops, bro. By the way, as y'all are answering this question, I think we might have hit our 4K goal. I'm not going to lie. I haven't checked my subscribers all night or all morning, but I think we might have hit our 4K goal, y'all. And if we did, I'm going stupid. I have not checked it on purpose. On purpose, I have not checked it because I don't want to see it. I don't want to get disappointed if I haven't made 4K, but I was so close last night. I think I was like 15 away when I went to sleep, right? When I went to sleep, I was 15 subs away from 4K, and if I got that mug, we about to celebrate. For sure, we about to celebrate. I don't know if I got it because I ain't checked it, but let's look, man. Do the Raiders need another wide receiver, yes or no? Let me see what y'all talking about. Real quick, we got a $2 holla super chat in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my guy, Mike. He says the league should take pick 80 from the Ravens. I would love if they did that. I really would. I don't see the league doing anything because technically their hands are tied, right? I mean, the league was the one that implemented the new, that tampering rule shit. So that's on them, right? There's nothing. They're getting bit in the ass right now. So I don't know if we're gonna get any type of news when it comes to that, but we'll see. We can hope. Shit, it don't do nothing for us. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want them to take that if it don't mean we can't get that back. I would love to just get a pick from them if that's the case. But if we don't get no picks and they're just taking a pick, man, fuck that. It is what it is at this point. We got. Ravens got cold feet. We let it move. We rock at the end of the day. But boom, finally got it. Let's see what y'all talking about, man. Let me look. Would like to add a high upside wideout in the mid rounds. Yeah, I would like that. I'd go even as high as the second round, to be honest. Kuntz making almost 3 times than Tyree this year. But what's Tyree going to make next year? Tyree about to make bread. Yes. He says yes. Wide receiver 1, yes. Think you have to trade up and get a 1 in the draft. Depending on who's falling now. Got to see. But that might be a possibility. Milo, they mad because we stole their man. A little bit. Deb, yes. What up, Deb? Appreciate you for tapping in, Deb. She says, yes, wide receiver 1. Okay. Draft McNeil Warren at 30, you mean 36, but yeah. I like McNeil Warren. He's not bad. Wide receiver, now that we don't have another first round, no, wide receiver becomes more of a priority for me. Yes, they would draft the one if we still had the picks. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, bro. Annoying. Send me the throwback Geno jersey. Oh, now we can do it now. I got you, bro. I got you. I don't think so. We have a ton of youngins. We have a staff now that we can really exploit them. Okay, so he says, so basically, no. Jack says at the moment, I think the Raiders' young wide receivers get a chance this year. They don't show up and show out. Look at wide receivers next year, early draft pick. Okay. Yes. Wouldn't hurt to keep looking for one. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Real quick, man. Our guy 805 became a member as well. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh, we made it. Hey, Let's go. Let's go. That's what the fuck we're talking about. Appreciate you, James. Man, yes, sir. I didn't even know that. I did not even know that. We got to 4K before the season 2. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, man. That is, hey, I appreciate everybody that's here. We're gonna do a little something before the show ends. We're gonna do a little something before the show ends. That just made my goddamn day right now. But Zachariah Branch, yes, I wouldn't mind that. I'd fuck with Zachariah Branch. I would. Yes, Rochitas. Yes. Numbers game. Yes. Correct, MBR. Bad business. Nothing illegal. You 100% right. Yeah. No, for sure. 2 through 5. I'm with you. I think the overall consensus from everybody, and like, that's how I feel. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's right, man. Appreciate you, Jack, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Fuck, we'll do it now, bro. Everybody that is up in here, bro, love each and every one of y'all, bro. There's so many Raider channels y'all could be tapping into. You feel what I'm saying? So many Raider opinions y'all could be tapping into, but y'all continue to rock with the boy, man. So for that, I am ultimately grateful. Y'all know, bro. Y'all see Baby Run down in here. You know what I mean? I tell y'all all the time, bro. I'm trying to make this my regular thing if I can, bro. If I'm blessed enough to do it. But y'all make it possible, bro. Y'all make it possible. So 100%, you know, I appreciate y'all, bro. Like I said, y'all can be finding any other Raider news going to any other channel, man. But y'all be rocking with me. Some of y'all rocked with me since I started the channel, and I was doing shit in my car, bro. Like, or I had the nasty green screen in the back. You feel what I'm saying? It was just the green sheet back here, or just plenty of times, bro, that the podcast was not up to quality level. And I will say that. But y'all continue to rock with me, man. And that means a lot, like a motherfucker. So, again, bro, I appreciate y'all. We're not going to get too emotional. We ain't done nothing yet, right? We still making a dent. We still trying to put our stamp on things in the podcast world. But as of right now, bros, it's a good little milestone, man. Good little milestone, bro. 4, for sure. Hey, appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. We're gonna do. Hey, I'm gonna do a giveaway at 5, bro. I'm gonna do a giveaway at 5K, man. At 5K, I think we'll do a giveaway. But I don't know if I want to do a jersey or I want to do something different. We'll think about it. I'll think about it. But 5K gonna be special. We need to do something real special for 5K. But we climbing up there too. We climbing up there, man. Much love, appreciation. We family, bro. Oh, 100%. And look, don't let Chris and them continue to talk about this AI shit. All right, I'm gonna pop out to an event sometime, but just keeping it a beam with y'all. I'm very introverted. All right, I'm just very introverted. I try to stay to myself. I try to keep it chilling and all the extra shit. So that's probably why y'all ain't seen me pop out at events like that. I know a lot of other content creators and shit. Y'all see, you know, they pop out and they do their thing. Me, I'm an introvert, bro. I be staying in the house. I be chilling. But I told myself this year, especially since the Super Bowl in LA, it's in our backyard, I gotta pop out. I gotta come chill with y'all at least, you know, a couple of times, meet the nation, you know, meet some of y'all that's even in SoCal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta pop out a little bit. We're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. Yes. Then we're gonna give away a Ravens jersey. At 5K, bro. Man, we getting all these new members, man. Ron became a member. Appreciate you, Ron. Deb became a member. Thank you. And I'm gonna do some. Hey, the bigger we grow, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to get all these sponsorships, bro. Bigger we go, you become a member. You know, I got some shit for y'all, bro. So if y'all stay a member, I'm trying to get this merch. Trying to get this damn Fanatics collab cracking, bro. So I can get y'all some rundown merch. So look, continue, man. Continue to become a member, and I'm gonna get y'all some rundown merch. It's gonna be cool. But let's talk about this, right? Now we got to talking about the receivers. We're gonna get back to business. We're gonna talk about the receivers real quick and where we're at as far as wide receiver 1. I think we need to add another one. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I think we need to add another one. I know a lot of us go into this mode of Brock Bowers, right? Oh, Brock Bowers is the number 1. Brock Bowers is the guy, which, like, yeah, sure. But I still think a weapon on the outside would work wonders, right? Would work wonders. And not necessarily a speed guy, because if we're going to keep Trey Tucker, even Naylor got some speed to him, right? So, like, not necessarily a speed guy. If we got Zachariah Branch, sure. but I'm looking at more big body receivers, bro. Like, I think we need more of a big body guy that can go down the field and win these 50-50 balls, bro. Like, right now, we don't have that. And I know some of you are gonna come in here and say Dante Thornton. I'm just gonna stop y'all right there. We're gonna dead the conversation right now. Don't even say nothing else after you say Dante Thornton, because if you're gonna come in here and you're gonna try to tell me that he's going to improve to DK Metcalf levels, I hope so. I really hope he does. But come on now. It's just not that. So we need a goddamn wide receiver one. I look no further. Raider for life has been here saying it the whole time. I know I've said it a lot, bro. Denzel Boston is a guy that I really, really want on this team. I really want Denzel Boston, bro. And again, if you guys have not watched him or his film or even the highlights, I encourage you to go look at his highlights, dog. I encourage you to go look at Denzel. And the first thing you will see is that these shits right here, bro, bear traps. These shits right here are bear traps. Again, when I see a receiver that can go anywhere in his radius, it don't matter where it is, bro. Out here, up here, down here, don't matter, bro. Them hands, boy, they bringing that shit in. They are bringing that shit in. Not only that, but I think Boston can. What is the one throw? Everybody in here knows. What is the one throw that Fernando is masterclass at, right? What's the one throw that we know Fernando Mendoza does at a very, very high clip, right? The back shoulder. We know the back shoulder is something that Fernando does at a very, very high clip. And if that's the case, hey, for life, know where I'm going. Boston is that guy. To consistently catch those back shoulders and have some type of rapport, Boston's that guy, bro. I can see them having that rapport easily. Both of them being, bro, and think about it. Fernando's 6'5", right? So I can see over the line. I can see everything. I'm standing tall in the pocket. Denzel Boston's 6'4". It's two big motherfuckers playing that catch game right there, right? That's huge. Not only to mention that fact, not only can Denzel Boston do the back shoulders, I'm already anticipating the 15 to 89 connection when it comes to those back shoulders, right? I already anticipate Brock Bowers being one of those targets for Fernando that can do that. But if we have two mixed with what Jalen Naylor can do in the slot, mixed with what Trey Tucker may be able to do down the field as a deep threat as well, if we can add two elements of our offense that say, yeah, I can go to 89 anytime I want with this back shoulder, but hey, check this out. I got a receiver I can do that over there with too. Oh, bro, come on, bro. With the run game involved, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can really do to stop the offense. Because again, you ask any corner, Hall of Fame corner, whatever the case, bro, they're going to tell you the back shoulder is the hardest pass for them to defend. Like, that's the hardest pass that we can defend. And if I can do that at any point in the field to any two of my targets at any time in the football game, come on, son. You know what I mean? Like, mixed in with the fact that you don't even know if we're going to be play action in your ass because we're going to be running the ball so effectively, you would hope, right? We're going to be running the ball so effectively, you ain't even going to know if it's a run or pass. Boom, hit your ass on that play action and bro, it's over. It's over. So for me, Denzel Boston is one of the targets I'm looking at. He's one of the targets I'm looking at for sure. Let me look. Projected, this is the thing. He's projected late first round. So, like, in the late 20s for real. I've seen him, like, I've seen his projections start at 20 to the late end of the first round. I've seen that. But teams like Buffalo scare the shit out of me, right? Because they need a receiver. And if he's on the board, I just don't see how they pass. Right? I don't see how they pass. Teams like, the Ravens not getting him at 14, so fuck them. Who cares about what they do? But certain one of these playoff teams that need receiver shit, that's where it is. Don't you start with the back shoulder talk. Well, what is it? 805? What's his best throw? 15 54 minutes. Yep. Until it all kicks in. I haven't seen any signings except for Matt Gay either. So am I worried? Not really, but I haven't seen any signings other than Matt Gay. So that worries me a tad, but I still, there's so many guys that we signed. I could see them, getting everybody in the building, getting everything finalized before we're like, yeah, we're announcing this. You know what I mean? So that could be some of that, but I still think we got everything. Together. Yeah, bro. Jalen Naylor got some speed to him, so I think that's it. Am I the only one that thinks Shed Jackson could be our number one low key? Is there even a discussion to be had? There's a discussion to be had about him being on the roster. Like, I think that's like a very valid discussion about him being back on the roster, but I don't know about him being the number one. That would take a lot for him. If he were to turn into the number one, bro, I'd be very, very surprised. I'm not gonna lie, like very surprised. Again, I'd welcome it because then that means you just found somebody on your roster, right? And you stuck with somebody on your roster and you saw them develop. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it, but if so, I'd be very, very surprised. Isaiah Hodgins, free agent from New York. He raw and cheap. Could work. If he's cheap, yeah, it could work. Raider Life can't wait till the draft. Me either. Although our first round is going to be very boring now, unless we trade back into the first round, but we'll see. I like to build inside out first. Agreed. 21 minutes remaining. Come on, Bears or Eagles or Giants. Let's make a deal. We'll see. At this point, bro, I think we keep Maxx. I don't know. This sounds like we keep Maxx now. I'm glad you said this. This is another guy. Thank you, Mike, for bringing this up. Another target that we can look at. Two big body guys that I'm immediately sold on. That I could immediately be like, yeah, I'll take them immediately. Jacoby Lane. Oh, shit. Jacoby Lane and Denzel Boston are both the guys that I'm like, yeah, I can definitely take them, no problem. I wouldn't even mind it, bro. Jacoby Lane is another when he ran that 4.4, bro. When he ran that goddamn 4.4, I think that might have pushed him up some boards, y'all. Because before the 4.4, he was a third-round pick. Maybe even fourth for real, but before that. But the combine that he had started to push him up some boards, bro. I don't know if he'll push him. I'm hoping it don't push him until like a late second rounder, because that would make me mad. Because if you think you're the Raiders and you might have the thought process like maybe we can wait for him, to fall. But if not, bro, like, you're gonna have to figure out a way to take him, or you're gonna miss out on him. That's the whole issue. And that's why I love the draft too, right? Because you don't know what value starts falling. You don't know who starts falling. It's gonna be a real interesting one, man. He's gonna be full of excitement. 80, I'm telling y'all right now, my boys 805, Severe, all them, they about to have a very angry night because it's after the first pick. Ain't nothing they're gonna be able to do. There's nothing they're gonna be able to do. It's over. We taking Fernando. I don't think you make these moves without thinking you taking Fernando either. I want a DT signing today, a guard and a safety. I don't know, Panda. I think I could wait for a DT. I think I could wait for everybody on this list, to be honest. Like the draft. And I'm just like top of my head. Like DT, we have the ability to do that second round, right? Lee Hunter. Hopefully Caleb Banks maybe falls, right? You got some guys like that. People like Peter Woods. I don't like Peter Woods, though. It's not a guy I like. But other guys, right? Guard. Now, if you didn't want to go DT in the second round, right? There's a dude from Oregon I've started to really, really like. Pregnon, I believe his name is. Emmanuel Pregnon. He's a guy I really fuck with. Rutledge, another, right? Everybody's mullet darling. And Jennings Dunker is another guy but I actually think his teammate is better than him in Bo Stevens. I think Bo Stevens is better than Jennings Dunker. So you got that. Like, so there's guys. Safety's like, it's it's a deep class, but like if you're not gonna take Caleb Downs or Thieneman or Elite McWarren, right? Like those I think are the three. Those are the three top guys. If you're not taking one of them, then you're probably waiting towards the end, right? Towards the end of the first round, and then you can go like, or not even first round, just towards the back half of the draft, and then you go from there. So there's that. Again, like and this is another thing. I don't know if I put any of these positions now at a premium over wide receiver, right? Like I think I would take a wide receiver before any of these positions. I might be tripping, and I definitely want to hear from y'all. Hey, if we trade back, bro, y'all gotta hop on my stream immediately. Y'all gotta hop on my stream immediately if we trade back 805. I need that. That's definitely. Yeah, honestly, bro, I think wide receiver is the second most important position now. Second most. Now, I could be tripping. I could be like some of y'all could be like, well, I don't know. We still got this, and this. And the only reason I say it's the second most is because we don't have that extra capital no more. Right? With the extra capital, shit, I was planning to do a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? It was like I was planning a vacation damn near. Then found out the money I was using for the vacation, the check bounced. So that's basically how I feel. But realistically, I'm like, 14, best receiver that fall there. Shit, 36, best defensive player that fall at 36. Easy to go. Best O lineman at I was chilling, bro. But now you gotta pick and choose. It's gonna be tough decisions because if the second round presents itself, now you got to make the hard choice. Like, do I get a fucking DT? Do I get a nose? Or do I get Fernando a weapon? Depending on who falls. RB2, which I think we can actually sign. I don't. That's one that I think we can get as a veteran. Is Rachaad White still a free agent? I don't know if Rachaad White is still a free agent. If he is, that's a guy I'm looking at. Raider Nation Jason says Jack Bech is our best wide receiver. We need to draft a dog at number 1. Yeah. Now look, if you were to tell me that they waited for next year, I don't know how you could sell it, but like, sure, like on paper, next year's wide receiver class is a little, it's better top end wise. I'll tell y'all that. Top end wise, next year, the wide receiver class is better, but like as the depth, the class is better this year than it's going to be next year. As far as depth, there's more guys in this year's class than there will be next year. Next year, just the top end is heavy. You know what I mean? Next year, you got Jeremiah, you got Ryan Williams. I'm anticipating Ryan Williams gets his shit together again, so he'll be back in that conversation. Cam Coleman, who went to Texas, that's another guy. Dude at Michigan State, I think his name is Nick. Is it Nick Marsh? I forget his name, but I know his first name's Nick, but it might be Marsh. But dude from Michigan State, he's pretty nice. You know, and then you continue on with that. But those are at least the 4 dudes I know of right now. That's the top end type of guys. But I just think I personally there might be a little bit more depth this year. We'll see. Let me see. Sign Cam Robinson, Colton Miller can back him up. Talk about solid depth. There you go. Get the big wide receiver in the draft. Bring in Darnell Mooney. Yeah. We just got to start differentiating our body types, man. Just differentiating what we got. For real. So, real quick, man, we didn't hit the hour 30 mark. Like I told y'all, I already promised Lady Rundown. We made the bet if I'm going to stay on for 2 hours or not after I already done told her I won't. So, I'm winning that damn bet today. So, what we're about to do is get ready to end the show off. Get ready to end it off with our last little segment of the day, man, which is the rundown. Right here with the rundown. My bad to get the greedy here, but and this is where we put the bow on it. Silver and black bow on everything. We talked about Maxx Crosby. Seems to be back on the team. Everybody that's tripping about free agent signings and numbers, don't trip about that. Even with Maxx Crosby. If y'all remember, this is why we were doing it like that. We did multiple offseason mock drafts. Not even just mock drafts, but just multiple off-season simulators, right, where we can sign free agents and do all that. And most of the simulations I did had Maxx Crosby still on the team. Most of the things that I did still had Maxx Crosby on the team, and I was still able to sign about like 9 new dudes to the squad, right? So with saying that, I think we'll be okay. We'll fit everybody into the cap. We'll be all right. Again, an addition to Maxx Crosby is never going to make you worse, right? It's never going to make you worse. So the defense definitely has a chance to actually surprise some people, surprise a lot of folks if we do it the right way. You just hate that it went down the way it did. Would love to see if we keep Maxx, or we trade Maxx, because I believe fences still got to be mended. I do believe some things got to get talked about, worked out, before we can fully accept that he's 100% back. Right. So there's that. And then you look at what we got now after the aftermath of the Maxx Crosby stuff. Still a lot of good players that signed, bro. And I don't know. It's hard for me to see a player that'll say like, man, Maxx Crosby's back, I don't want to play here no more. Like, it's hard for me to see that. So we'll definitely be better. Moves we made on offense, I don't think none of that matters, to be honest. I don't think the Maxx Crosby shit affects the offensive side of the ball. So I think we're good there. We still got 10 minutes, 9 minutes now on my estimation, to see the Raiders go ahead and announce all the signings and make them public. But then again, I'm not surprised that we've only heard about one, because they signed what? It was a long, lengthy list of guys, bro. So it's a lot of guys that they might need to get into the building right now, work out some shit, you know what I mean? Especially if they got every single free agent or damn near all of them in the building now. Like, oh, yeah, bro. Everybody probably running around like chickens with their head cut off, man, trying to get numbers, trying to get pictures, trying media shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably a lot going on in the building right now. So I'm like, I'm not tripping about them not announcing it until they need to. You know what I mean? Our guy Jeff is in here, man. What's going on? It's the Ravens hit every year that stops them from going far. Yep. But till there, man, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, 8 minutes till we see if we owe Crosby this year's cash, right? So again, even if Crosby is staying, they probably in the building right now, fucking frantically trying to make sure all contracts is good. Maybe if they restructure Maxx, that's the first step for me in mending the fence, restructuring and doing all that. Now we know, right? So we'll see what goes on there, bro. Of course, I will be releasing shorts for anything that happens, right? So if you're following along, make sure you hit the notification bell, right? So you don't miss none of the posts I have. If I have anything going on, if I get any news, I will be releasing the short. If the news gets way too drastic, we'll have another show tonight where I'll hop on and we'll talk about everything. I don't anticipate things getting too crazy other than the signings that we'll make. So we'll see there. I don't anticipate things getting too crazy, but if anything does happen, I will be updating y'all. I'll go on the show. We'll go live and we'll talk about it on a full length one. But other than that, man, get everything in. I appreciate everybody in here. I appreciate y'all helping me hit that 4K goal. Y'all know what it is, man. Job's not finished. I'm from the West, man. We go to the school of Kobe Bryant, right? The school of Kobe Bean. Job not finished, man. Got to continue. Got to keep growing, man. So let's get to 5K, y'all. Let's grow this motherfucking family. At this point, I consider y'all part of the show. Yeah, most of y'all part of the show. Y'all help me build a mother. Y'all part of the show. So let's continue to make this the best Raider show on the market, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Let's get to 5K. Let's continue to grow. Let's continue to do our thing the right way, as we always do. But we're going to get ready to get on out of here, man. Crosby, the Bears for one, and a wide receiver. If we trade, I see you real quick, Pete. If we trade Crosby to the Bears, I want Roma Dunze. Point blank, period. I want Roma Dunze, and I won't settle for nothing less, right? But there's that. We appreciate everybody that is in the building. Look out for the shorts. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you was feeling what you're hearing. Appreciate our sponsors, Fanatics and Underdog as well. Links down below if you're trying to get some Raider merch. Links down below if you're trying to make some picks, win you some money on Underdog as well. But y'all know what I say always before we get up out of here, man. We keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown. See y'all later, man.